Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be continuing What If Goku Black raised Goku or trained him, whichever one you prefer. Let's get right into the video. So we open this part with Chi-Chi giving birth to Gohan. And during Gohan's birth, Goku Black was there discussing with Goku Gohan's training regimens, as Chi-Chi specifically inclined to say that Gohan won't be specifically always training, he'll be learning things too. Zamasu feels like there's no issue there. He feels as if Gohan should be educated as well, which makes Chi-Chi feel a little bit happier. So he jumped not he, but she tells him that she'll make sure that Goku and Gohan train, and she'll make sure that Gohan is smart enough to know when to and when to not use all of his power. And Zamasu tells Chi-Chi that for someone that's so keen on now trying to get her child to train, you sure are lacking in power yourself. And Goku tells Zamasu that he's going to also be training her as well, at least to the point to where she'll be able to fly. And Zamasu tells him that if that's all that they wanted to tell him and he's glad that they're having a child, he's going to go back up into the mountains. And Goku tells him that that's fine as Zamasu flies off. And as Zamasu flies off, you see him smiling, like a big open smile, as in he's proud of what Goku has achieved in these last couple of years. Although it's weird and he's not Goku's father, he feels as if he has played a part, which he has, a very massive part in fact. But now with that being over, we open, now fast forwarding in time, Raditz lands on the planet, and immediately after Raditz lands on the planet, he's met by Goku and some Z fighters, which confuses Raditz but amuses him because some of them aren't even surpassing him in power. And there's another one far off in the back, but he's not getting a power level from him at all. But the stare that he's giving him is telling him that he really shouldn't try to fight him specifically. And he goes for Goku, his brother, trying to convince him to join his side. And as he's doing this, he tells Goku that eventually he's going to get tired, and although he can't sense his power, apparently he's suppressing it somehow. And Goku tells him not to really worry about it because he's going to die here. And as him and Goku are fighting, he turns around to see Piccolo launching a full special beam cannon at him, instantly piercing straight through him as Goku moves out the way. And as the dust is settled, Gohan comes, while Chi-Chi flies over there with Gohan, telling Goku that if that was his brother, why didn't you at least try to give him the benefit of the doubt? And Zamasu tells Chi-Chi that people like that can't have redemption. There's only one that can be redeemed. And Goku was like, yeah. And as they look at the scouter, Goku breaks the scouter, shooting a beam at it, blowing it up clean out of Bulma's hands before they could say anything about the Dragon Balls. But Zamasu tells them that they have 2 months to train, or 2 to 3 months to train before they arrive. And as Zamasu flies off, as Goku tells them that he's gonna go train with Zamasu and they should do their own thing for now, as Chi-Chi tells Goku that maybe he should take Gohan, and Goku agrees but tells her that this is going to hinder his training just a small amount because he has to also look out for Gohan, as Goku Black turns around and tells Goku to hurry up as they begin to fly away. As Krillin tells Roshi, and Roshi gets contacted by Kami to tell everyone to start heading toward the lookout. As they begin to go toward the lookout, Goku Black or Zamasu tells Goku that they should begin their training, and as they're training and the humans are training, the Saiyans arrive on the planet after those 2 months. Now let's get into just a tad bit of power scaling here. So Goku and Vegeta are roughly about the same power, with I'm gonna say Goku being just slightly above Vegeta. And actually Piccolo, instead of going to the lookout with everyone else, with the rest of the Z fighters, he went to go find Goku and he went to find Goku and Zamasu, and due to the fact that it took him so long to find them, so it took him so long to find them, he's just a little bit weaker now than Nappa due to the less, he didn't have as much training as everyone else did. And everyone else, all the rest of the Z fighters, I'm gonna say are just slightly stronger than the Cybermen, because if you think about it, I think the Cybermen shouldn't have been able to do that to them, even if the ground, these niggas basically got their ass handed to them by plants, and that's all I'm saying. Anyway, so Nappa and Vegeta, I almost said Raditz, Nappa and Vegeta land on Earth, leveling the city, letting everyone know that they're there. So Goku and Zamasu are the first to appear. Well, Goku, Zamasu, Piccolo, and Gohan are the last people, the first people to appear due to Zamasu's instant transmission. And as soon as Goku Black appears, he disappears in fear of changing the timeline as much as he already did. So Goku's suppressed, he gets angry, telling them that all these lives were just wasted because you idiots couldn't wait until someone else got here. You couldn't fly around and find us. You had to go and level the city, huh? And Vegeta tells him that that's what they do, and if he couldn't do his job, they're gonna do it for him to sell this planet. And Goku gets mad, powering up as the rest of the Z fighters get there, at all in Goku's strength. And Vegeta, realizing that he has to jump in almost immediately, he powers up too as Goku and Vegeta begin to fight, and Piccolo and Nappa begin to fight. But people realize, all the other Z fighters realize that Piccolo is just a tad bit weaker than Nappa, as Nappa is beginning to fight and beat Piccolo back into a corner. And that's when all of a sudden, from behind him, he gets a Masenko thrown at his back. And when he turns around, he sees an enraged Gohan. Zamasu, feeling but Gohan's power escalating, he begins to smirk, knowing that with this power-up, Nappa shouldn't really stand a chance against Piccolo and Gohan, until he remembers that Vegeta still know how to make the artificial moon, and before he could kind of back over there to prevent him from doing it, Vegeta makes the moon, transforming both him and Nappa. And that's when the rest of the Z fighters have to get in on the mix. And after being blinded by Tien Shinhan by using a solar flare, Krillin was able to use a Destructo Disc to cut off Nappa's tail, as Zamasu and Goku both, not Zamasu, but more or less Goku. Zamasu is just there to confuse Vegeta. So Goku used Zamasu as a distraction to cut off Vegeta's tail due to the increase in power that he gained. And for the record, Goku did sustain serious injuries. It's just since Zamasu was there, he was able to prevent Goku from being almost squeezed to death. And Vegeta does end up getting let go because Goku did enjoy their fight, because it was the first fight that he had where someone wasn't extremely stronger than him, or he wasn't, stronger than them. So he feels that Vegeta would be a perfect adversary. But as they're looking throughout the battlefield, they realize that someone's power isn't there. And they realize when they were both stumbling around in their grade 8 forms, one of them killed Yamcha. And during a while back, if you remember, I did say that Goku and Zamasu were never in the Red Ribbon, like they never destroyed the Red Ribbon Army, so they had no idea that Goku and Zamasu even existed. So what ended up happening was, instead of Goku and Zamasu, it was the Z Fighters, and Krillin, well, not Krillin, but Yamcha ended up dying due to, that one assassin that ran around on a pole. I forgot his name, but yeah, he got a sneak attack in on Yamcha, killing him. So they realized that Yamcha can't come back with the Earth's Dragon Balls, and this is when Kami brings up the Namekian Dragon Balls. And as they're as Vegeta's flying away from the planet, he remembers that Nappa's scouter is still there, and he didn't break his scouter, he tossed his scouter away. So looking in his pod, he finds another scouter to see if he can listen in on what they're saying, if they're still there. And he hears them grieving about Yamcha, specifically Bulma, because at this point in time they were together. And as he hears this, he hears Zamasu tell them that in a few months' time, he'll be able to take them to a place called Namek to wish their friend back to life. And after Vegeta hears this, he tells them through the scouters that were left there, or he attempts to tell them through the scouters that he had left there, that when he gets to Namek, he is going to wish for him to become immortal, and then he's going to come back and kill Goku, Zamasu and everyone else, and even Frieza. As Piccolo hears this, and he remarks, "Who's Frieza?" And this is where I'm gonna end this part off. If y'all enjoyed the video, drop a like. If y'all enjoy my content, please subscribe. Anyway, this has been Shinobi. Peace.